Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Ether Moon Tarot, and in today's pick a card reading, we will be taking a look at an advice that's meant to reach you right now. So, yeah, we'll be picking the piles together and let's start. Okay, we already have one for pile number two. Pile. We already have a card for pile number one. Okay, we have. Perfect. So for pile number one, we have hedge. One second, yeah. Potential, boundaries, and indecision. Okay. For pile number two, we have oak tree, power, courage, and strength. For pile number three, we have preserve, security, forethought, and thrift. Wow. I do have some post stamps, cute post stamps to help you pick the pile, and I'll add these right now. And these are the three piles. So pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. I'll just show you the close-up of the post stamps now. So for pile number one, we have this. For pile number two, we have this. Yeah. For pile number three, we have this. Now, I will leave you to pick the pile, but before that, just a few words. You may feel drawn to more than one pile, which is completely okay. And you may be drawn to all the three piles, and that's okay too. Just trust your intuition, take a deep breath, pause the video, and I'll meet you in your reading. Bye. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. So, you have chosen this post stamp and this card, which is hedge, potential, boundaries, indecision. I'll just keep your post stamp over here for now. And let's take a closer look at your card. So I believe the advice that's meant to reach you right now has something to do with a decision that needs to be made. And for some, I feel like where they need to establish boundaries. I'm very excited to dive into the reading, so I'll just keep this card aside and pick your tarot cards. Okay, now it's ready. Let's see. What's an advice that's meant to reach pile number one right now? Okay. Sorry about that. So we have strength. Second, yeah. We have strength. We have the tower. We have 10 of wands. We have ace of cups. We have the fool card and justice. So my pile number one, I feel like you've been going through a restructuring in your life, and this restructuring has to do with an ending and a new beginning. So what I mean by that is, I feel like there's a particular way of being that you're used to that specially has to do with the responsibilities you take, the burdens that you endure, and the hard way that you're used to with the 10 of wands, as I can see. I feel like you're a very responsible person. You're very brave, responsible, reliable for everybody else. But I feel like you're somebody who does not see it come back to you, and you don't see yourself in the receiving end of that. With the strength in the Tower and the Ten of Wands, I feel like you are so used to using your strength to make things easy for others that it has taken a toll on you. I feel like a part of you, the carefree part of you, and the part of you that resonates with joy, ease, success, inner child healing, that's been suppressed since quite a while. And with the Ace of Cups, I see that a new emotional beginning is coming into your life, and you're also going to be receiving the rewards of being a giver. Now, I know that you may feel that you haven't done anything that needs a reward, but I'm here to tell you that even the smallest of actions that you've taken, the steps that you've taken in the right direction have counted, and even the missteps have counted. So, the advice that's meant to reach you right now is that you are going through a period of restructuring and and also a period of new beginning in your life. You will be leaving behind parts of you that no longer serve you, especially that has parts of you that resonate with concepts like you need to work hard in order to receive something, and you need to act in a certain way to be received well by people. So, all of the patterns of yourself that relate to you helping others, being of service, but at the cost of your own sanity, that's being encouraged to leave behind. So, you're being encouraged to leave that behind. With the Tower, I also see that you are going through a big change right now. You may also feel very uncomfortable during this period because everything that you know that is true about yourself is changing. So, for some of you, I feel like this also has to do with how you share your finances. So, this may resonate with people who are in a relationship or who are married. So, if you're one of them, it can be that the boundaries that you have regarding your finances and shared resources, I feel like you will be reanalyzing it and re establishing it again, because I sense that for some of you, you've been the breadwinner or either the caretaker of the people in your life, and it's you're like at the end of your rope. You're burdened by responsibilities. You are being weighed down by responsibilities, and it's like everything is too much, and you seem to juggle well. So people keep on giving you the burden and the work and the responsibilities and everything else that's supposed to uh, resonate with you here. And I feel like with the Justice card, you may have been questioning your actions in the past couple of days or weeks leading up to this moment, and you may feel that you've been experiencing injustice in some aspects of your life, and I feel like you will be taking back your power, and you're also being advised to take back your power and to re-establish boundaries with people. So for the people who have shared finances and shared resources with the people they are living with, you're being encouraged and advised to actually create boundaries and also consider yourself as a person who is deserving of the efforts and the rewards that you're receiving. So, you also need to establish better boundaries in terms of finances with your spouse or your boyfriend or the person you're living in with. However, this may resonate with you, you need to actually reflect and take back control of your finances. For others of you, I feel like this may be a very toxic environment that you find yourself in. And if not a toxic environment, then probably an environment that's not serving you. You feel really suppressed and suffocated in this environment, and you're being encouraged and advised to take action towards it and actually see if you can leave or move or relocate. Now, these are three specific messages that I'm getting for people in this group, and I hope that this resonates for some of you. But yes, for some of you, this is talking about shared finances, shared resources, and taking back control of your finances and resources. For others of you, this is talking about leaving and exploring the potential that's brimming in your mind and your heart that you're being called to take. So, this can be a chance, this can be a leap of faith that you're required to take at this moment. And I feel like a relocation is in on the horizon for some of you, and if you needed that extra push and that little push, then I'm here to give you that. This will be a new beginning for you if you shift and if you move out of the place and go to a new place. I feel like everything that has happened in the current period that you're in right now has led up to this moment, has led up to the moment of you shifting and moving into a new either place or energetically a different state of being. For others of you with the Strength and the Ace of Cups, I feel like new love is coming into your life and you have strategically and specifically hidden from it for quite a long time, but you are being called to open your heart and actually feel like you've got this. So, if you build enough self trust and self confidence in yourself, I feel like you'll open yourself up to this new love that's coming into your life. And that's what I see for you. I see that for some of you, you will be relocating. And if you have had that in mind, then you're being advised to take that leap and take that jump. For others of you, you need to take back your power and you need to take back your personal authority. And for some of you, a select few, I feel like new love will be coming into your life, but don't let past hurts, past blockages, past experiences, and past patterns hold you back from opening your heart to this. I'd actually like to pick your oracle cards and see what other messages we can get. Just give me a moment. So let's see. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have transforming fears. Yeah, I feel like everyone in this pile is in the stage of their life where they're transforming their fears, or if they're not, then they are being called to do that. I feel like a lot of wounds from your past and your childhood may be coming up to the surface to be released because you're integrating yourself in a new way. And we also have unconscious projections. So, for some of you, like I said, your outer environment is reflecting your inner reality, and it's also pushing you to change your outer reality. So, with the unconscious projections, I feel like whatever you see outside of you that's triggering you, that's pushing you to make a decision that you otherwise wouldn't have made, that's only happening so that the change that was supposed to take place is going to take place. And with ancestral heritage, I feel like for some of you this may deal with childhood traumas and generational abuse, generational curses for some of you that you're breaking. So, for some of you who have been in the group and who are resonating with the relocation part of the message, I feel like if you've been living at home with your parents, or if you've been surrounded by toxic relatives or toxic family members around you, your advice is to take that jump, take that leap, and to move out of that place and relocate to a place that's been calling you. And I also feel like even though it's a very scary step and it might come across as very difficult and very scary, and also it may need a lot of courage from you to take that step, but I feel like this will help you break free from the cycle that you've found yourself in. I'll just pick one more card, and we have nature. Yeah, I feel like your advice, a part of your advice is to also explore and go out more and to give new images to your brain. For the people who have been struggling in an old state of being, you're being called to give new images to your brain, new images to your mind, so that your mind can explore and have a sense that you can live a different reality. So probably going out more, connecting with nature, grounding yourself is going to help you. And with the hedge card, like I said, you really need to make a decision to take back control of your life. And there is a lot of potential that's left to be explored that you haven't explored. And it's like so much of the world exists outside of the boundaries that you've created. So self created boundaries need to go so that you can finally explore your potential, live up to your potential. And yeah, let's look at a few more oracle cards for you. Okay. So we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Oh wow. We have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Guys, I think you know what this means. Whatever decision that's been pending and that you know is due to be taken, please go ahead and don't be scared. Take that jump, take that leap. We have Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So, whatever you're being called to act on right now is truly an intuitive guidance and a guidance sent by spirit guides, the universe, and your future self. You've been training for this for lifetimes. The place that you find yourself stuck in is not supposed to be a forever. You're not supposed to experience this forever, never endingly. I feel like you're supposed to level up, and you're here to level up and help others level up as well. I feel like even though it is scary to integrate yourself in a new way of being, to do things differently, to take back your power, I feel like now is the right time to make that jump, to make that decision. I'll just pick one more card. And we have yes. So if some of you had a particular question before starting this reading, that is a yes. If you've been thinking of relocating, that's a yes. If you've been thinking of acting differently, taking back control, moving away from people, places, situations that do not serve you, it's a yes. If you've been questioning whether to welcome new love into your life or not, it's a yes. And these are all beautiful messages for you. I would also like to pick a few more cards from another deck and see if there's anything else you need to know before you leave this reading. So, dear guardian angels and spirit guides of pile number 1, is there anything else they need to know? Oh my god. Okay, we have a lot of cards. So I'll just keep these aside for the time being. I'm going to look at these two cards. Wow, we have track down your fears and desires. The Hunter. See, it's right beside transforming fears. You're going through a massive shift right now, and that shift has to do with transformation. You're literally being called to step out of your comfort zone, to do things differently, to find a new way of being that's different than what you're used to. We also have Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. For some of you, this change is going to unveil your gifts. It's going to uncover your gifts so that you can rediscover how to be, how to act, how to live in alignment with your soul purpose. We also have Fire Guardian, Ignite Your Passions. Now, for some of you and for most of you, I feel like you will be exploring your passions and your gifts once you allow yourself to step out of this responsible persona that you found yourself in. I feel like being I feel like allowing yourself to be carefree, allowing yourself to stop holding on to so much is going to help you uncover your gifts and your passions. I feel like they've been suppressed behind this person you had to be for others in order to support others. I feel like you're being called to support yourself now. And yeah, last few messages we have trust your instinct. So, whatever you're being called to do right now, trust your instinct. We have be the light, white witch. That's beautiful. So, for some of you, you may also have pets or animal spirit guides that may show themselves to send you a particular message. If you see a white owl, that will be another confirmation of your message. We also have stag, trust and thrive. And we have mirror guardian, take time to reflect. So I feel like if it's overwhelming to just dive into making a decision, then probably take some time to reflect, to analyze how you want to be and how you want to experience life, and then making a decision and making the jump. Trust that you will thrive in the new step that you take. You will be taken care of, and you will unite with the part of you, the light aspect of you that was always meant to shine, meant to be seen as you integrate your shadow selves. And yeah, trust your intuition, trust your instincts, and ignite your passions. I feel like that was it for your message, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. And yeah, this is the card you've picked, and this is the post stamp that you've picked. I'll just keep this post stamp over here aside for the time being. Let's take a look at your card. We have Oak Tree, Power, Courage, and Strength. Wow. You are a very powerful pile. I think this group is already, the advice is coming through very strongly. Something is about to take shape in your life, something is about to take birth. I also sense a manifestation that's coming through, and it could be that you've poured a lot of hard work, a lot of your self, and a lot of your skills and your soul into this. It can be a project, it can be something like, I'd like to see what it is. I'll just keep it on the side and let's explore more with your tarot cards. Let's see. What's an advice that's meant to reach pile number 2 right now? Yeah, I think that's it. We have Ace of Swords, we have Queen of Cups, Strength, we have Hanged Man, Magician, and Wheel of Fortune. That is amazing. Wow. Okay. So my pile number 2s, you are about to experience a massive breakthrough. Specifically in the mental realm, you will be breaking through with clarity, with a new idea. and in general a breakthrough in your life. So I also feel like the advice that you're meant to hear and that's meant to reach you right now has to do with how your perseverance and your strength is about to pay off big time, and you're just being encouraged to be ready. So with you're being encouraged to open your hands to receive it. So being called to be open to receive this massive landslide of success that you will be experiencing soon. I feel like with the hangman in you have been feeling like you like you're suspended mid-air, like there's not much movement in your life. And I feel like you've also been you've also been feeling like feeling a bit discouraged, I can sense. I feel like you poured a lot of yourself into something and it took a long time to come through. And I feel like you will be experiencing a very big breakthrough in the coming weeks. And emotionally, you're being allowed to open yourself up to receive this. With the magician, I feel like this definitely has to do with a manifestation of yours that's coming true massively. Like with the wheel of fortune, your entire situation is gonna flip. So from feeling like you're stagnating, feeling like you're not going anywhere, your idea is not producing results, suddenly a windfall of abundance, a windfall of rewards is something that you're gonna experience. We can see from the wheel of fortune that for some of you it can relate with buying a house. So if some of you had a dream to own your own house or buy your own house and were in the midst of going for like mortgage or loan or something like that, I feel like you will be experiencing a breakthrough in that. And for others of you, your dream of owning a home is going to be coming true pretty soon. I also feel like for the other half of you, this is talking about a project, this is talking about a passion project that will be well received by the masses, by the public. And this is something very unique and very new. So I think this is also why it's showing your hesitation and your, you know, the stagnating energy, because you may have felt like the idea won't be well received and that it won't translate as you like it to translate. And I feel like that's not the case. It will be well received. But yeah, most of you in this group are manifesting. Most of you will be experiencing your manifestation coming true, but your advice is to open your hands and your palms to receive it. I feel like some of you are not in the receiving mode, like the hanged man. You're so caught up in the feeling of not receiving or feeling like it's been delayed a lot, that you're not able to open your mind to the possibility of it coming true. So you really need to be mentally and emotionally ready to receive this blessing that's about to come into your life. And also know that you're deserving of this, because the strength that you've poured in, the power that you've utilized, and the energy that you've utilized in the achievement of this goal, it's actually going to pay off now. And you will be very fortunate in the coming weeks or days. And the if you've been feeling like life's been too hard on you, that's going to change as well. You will be experiencing a lot of ease in your life, lot of flowing energy, like the Queen of Cups. Let's take a look at your oracle cards and see additional messages. So an advice that's meant to reach pile number 2. Can you expand? Okay. Let's see. Okay, wow. We have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? We also have, oh wow, we again have answered the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And thirdly, we have starseed. What lights you up? So I'll just keep these aside. Wow, my pile number two. You are being encouraged to answer the call of your soul. If there is something that you've been wanting to act on, you've been wanting to create or bring to life, this is the right moment to do it. It will be well received and you will succeed. This also has to do with hesitation. So if you've been hesitating and if you've just thought of giving up right before the manifestation is gonna come true, then I'm here to tell you that you are about to experience breakthroughs in your life and manifestations coming true like they've never done before. And this is also a part of your soul purpose. This is a result of you following your heart and following your calling, and you having the courage to explore what lights you up. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, we have vision and ambition. Keep holding on to the vision, keep holding on to the dream, to the manifestation. Do not give up. It will be coming true. Spiritual connection, your connection with your spirit guides is very strong at this moment, and you are receiving signs and synchronicities that is actually encouraging you and guiding you on the path forward. We also have karmic relationships and past lives. Wow. So for some of you, you are about to witness a release from a karmic relationship that's been carried on from your past life. So it's not necessarily to a person that I sense, but it can be a karmic relationship with a pattern that you've been following since your past life. So, for example, if you've been following a pattern of allowing yourself to experience lack and feeling like that is your reality since your past life, then it's showing up in this life as a fear of money or a fear of luxury, or concepts like money doesn't grow on the trees. How can I have more money? Money is bad, money is evil, things like that. I feel like some patterns, some beliefs, some experiences that you experienced in your past lives that had a great impact on you, you have carried on to this life and you're being called to release that now. Now, how? You have to see at a pattern and belief and an experience in your current life that has come out of nowhere. Like it's not a pattern because you've experienced poverty in your childhood, and that's because you're experiencing and that's why you're experiencing fear of money now. But it is literally you having a healthy life or healthy relationship with money, and then experiencing, as you grow up, you're experiencing fear of money. Or it can be like you were a very confident child in the childhood, and as you grow up you keep becoming more and more insecure and fearful of showing up. So if beliefs, patterns and experiences have come have presented themselves in your current life out of nowhere and you don't relate to them, you don't understand how they have come into your life, how they have taken shape and form, I feel like the answer lies in your past life. And you need to look at those patterns and beliefs and become aware that it is something that you've carried on and that you can also let go of. You do not need to carry it to the next life or even to the present one. So, you're being advised to look at those areas of your life and actually release those concepts, self beliefs, and patterns so that you can experience the fortune that been, you know, you've been brought here to experience. And I feel like a lot of joy, a lot of success, especially comfort and luxury, is something that you will be experiencing soon. Lastly, a few last messages from your guides. Okay. We have snake, shed old skin. Wow. Like I said, you are completely releasing those experiences and moving forward. I feel like you're shedding old skin, you're coming into your own, and this breakthrough is also coming because of your commitment to improving and being an improved version of yourself. We also have Lord take charge with authority. So you really need to take back your power and use that self authority and power to create your new reality. We also have She Wolf unleash the wild within. This is talking about literally letting go of self belief and patterns that have held you back and to completely be reborn as a new version of yourself. So instead of those past patterns and beliefs holding you back, you've now mastered them so that you can help others as well. We also have Guardian Angel, you're not alone, which is a beautiful confirmation. So you're not alone, you're surrounded by your guides and your spirit guides. And with the eagle, we have see from a higher perspective. So if there's anything in your life that seems to overwhelm you currently, you're being asked to see it from a higher perspective, to see it differently, to act differently, and to be differently. This breakthrough is a result of your prayers, your efforts, and your courage. And I'm so happy to share that with you. You will be free from all of this and you will be experiencing a massive breakthrough that's been a long time coming. So, we are at the end of your reading with us, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So, this is the card that you've chosen, which is Preserve, Security, Forethought, and Thrift. And this is the post stamp that you've chosen. I'll just keep the post stamp aside for the time being. And let's look at your card. So, we have Preserve, Security, Forethought, and Thrift. Clearly, your advice has to do with preserving something. Now, let's look at what is it that you need to preserve and be resourceful at. Let's see. So, I have your tarot cards. What advice is meant to reach pile number 3 right now? We have Hanged Man. Oh wow. Okay. Ten of Swords. Three of Swords. High Priestess. Six of Wands. And Page of Cups. Pile number three. I feel like I was wrong. Instead of you being asked to preserve something, I feel like you're being asked to release that hold that you have over something in your life. I'll explain and I'll explain more. So let's see. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords, High Priestess, Six of Wands, and Page of Cups. What I can see from these cards and what I can sense for you is that a heartbreak, a loss, or an experience that left a very huge emotional scar has caused you to close yourself completely to new possibilities, new experiences, and to trying things again. With the Hangman, I feel like you have been in this zone of just punishing yourself in some sense. It's like you're punishing yourself for experiencing what you did. Like there's this afterthought of how could I be so to allow myself to experience this, or to how could I do this to myself, how could I allow this to happen to me. And I feel like in that sense you've punished yourself, closed your eyes, you've completely shut out the world, and you're like, I'm never going through that ever again. So your advice right now is to actually allow yourself to be seen, to try things, to be in new spaces, to experience new experiences, and being a beginner at things. So instead of holding all the baggage from your past and feeling like I already know enough and I know that this thing is going to end up in that same way as it did before. So your wisdom has become your burden in some sense, and the wisdom that you've acquired has been so tied with the pain that you've experienced that it's actually holding you back. It's like your mind is protecting you from fears and not fears, from experiences that will not repeat themselves ever again. Because even though you have enough wisdom and enough sense of yourself now than you did in the past, you will you will automatically not allow yourself to experience the same things, because you will know when to step out, when to step back. So you're also being called to have a little bit of experience, a little bit of confidence in yourself, because I feel like you're meant to shine, you're meant to show up, and you're meant to be received by the public eye in a in a good way. So it can, for some of you it can be that you experience some trolling on social media or some bullying on social media. It's very specific. I don't know who this will resonate with, but it has caused you to shut down all social medias and to go off grid completely, even though you enjoyed being on that platform. So yeah, it can also be a platform, not specifically media, social media, but any platform. So you're being called to have confidence, you're being called to open your mind to seeing things from fresh set of eyes, to changing your perspective, to seeing things differently than your old narrative has allowed you to see. And for specific few of you with the Page of Cups, I also see this has to do with a project or idea not working out in the past that made you feel like that made you feel scared and insecure to try again. So if that's that resonates with you, you're also being called to try again, like giving it one last try before you quit on that idea or on that project. And you guys are also very intuitive, and I feel like you need to start trusting your intuition more. It's like you have forced yourself to be practical because being intuitive, being emotional, and being sensitive didn't work in the past because it made you end up in this way, according to you. Like it feels like, what use was it? I still got hurt and I still experienced that painful event. But there is a learning to be integrated from this. There's a learning that needs to be, understood so that you can leave this cycle and begin anew. I feel like you're also about to experience a lot of new beginnings and aspects of your life, but you're hiding from it. So you're being advised to not hide, and you're being advised to allow yourself to be seen, to be received, to go out there, to explore, to know yourself in a new light. I'd like to pick, I'd like to pick your oracle cards and see what other messages we have. Advice that's meant to reach pile number 3. Sorry. Yeah. We have karmic relationships. Yeah. For some of you, this could have been like a very painful relationship or painful past relationships, many of them, that has closed you off to being seen and well received. Maybe it has shut you down from the dating scene. You've stopped dating, you've stopped going out, you've stopped allowing yourself to hope for a better relationship due to dealings with immature people. You also have vows of poverty. For others of you, this has to do with a project or financial, something that, um, not financial, but something that um, made you feel like it's okay to be in a position where you're experiencing lack or scarcity in more than one aspect of your life. We have trust and faith. Wow. You're actually being encouraged to have faith, to trust, and to and this is trust in the unknown. So even though the evidence of your past suggests that this thing will go wrong, B will go wrong, A will go wrong, C will go wrong, D option will go wrong, but you're being asked to trust in the unknown and the unseen, because it really has to do with self-confidence. And I feel like that self-confidence of yourself has shattered, and you really need to build that back up again. Yeah. And we have balance and flow, getting into the balance, so not being in the extremes, like the extreme of I'm going to shut myself out, I'm not going to experience this, and the extreme of I'm going to experience everything recklessly. So like those two extremes. So being in the middle, being in the balance and in the flow, and aligning yourself to your inner truth and your inner self, so that you don't feel scared when some situations that happened in the past repeat them, because you know that you've integrated the lesson, you're better than before, you're stronger than before, and you can do more than before. And we have true service. I feel like for some of you, this the Let me phrase it correctly. For some of you who are givers, who like to give, who like to be of service, who like to help people, these kind of experiences made you skeptical of trusting anybody again, and it made you close your heart. It's like you completely closed your mind and your heart to the possibility that there are good people out there and that you're appreciated. And I'm so sorry that you experienced those painful experiences, people, situation, events. I really hope that you didn't, but since you're here, you might as well trust in a new reality where this narrative is not going to repeat itself, and to allow yourself to be of service, but with the wisdom that you've gained and the discernment that you've gained from your past experiences. So instead of being skeptical or completely closed off to new reality, to new experiences, and to situations ending in a different way than you're used to, you're being called to allow yourself to be in that flow energy, to be in that true state of giving where you know that you'll be received well. Let's see what other things you need to hear about your advice. Feel like this. Wow, we have Druid hold the space. Should I keep it here? Yeah, let me keep this here. We have High Priest intend and create. Wow. Actually, I'll keep it. I'm sorry. I think I'll keep this here. So we have hold the space. We have intend and create. High Priest. We have warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Wow. We have water guardian, connect with your emotions. Yeah. You're being encouraged to hold space for yourself, a space where you are able to resolve these feelings. I feel like if some of you have been running away from the truth of the matter and the truth of this experiences, and just keep, if you've just been in the mind of punishing yourself and just holding yourself accountable, only yourself accountable for those experiences, then you're being called to view things in different perspectives, to hold space for healing and recovering from this experience, so that you can intend and create a new reality for yourself. Your intention is being directed to a completely different area, and you really need to swerve it to a new direction. And we also have warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Like I said, you guys need to trust in your wisdom, and you need to have faith that you are strong enough to experience a different reality. This time when it's not gonna happen, but this time if the situation ever repeats itself, you know that you will have the strength to overcome it. In fact, you're stronger than that event, you're stronger than that experience. And I feel like the key is with your emotions. You need to connect with your emotions so that you can hold space and release the impact of these experiences, the blockages that these experiences have created. And journaling can help you analyzing yourself, just introspection, not analyzing, sorry, introspection, writing things down, journaling, using prompts, something, anything that can help you channel this experience in a healthy way so that you can integrate this and stop running away from it. And all that's left after you have under, understood your pain is discernment. And that's something that you can be confident of. I feel like just trusting your intuition, your discernment, that's the result of experiencing and going through these events, and trusting that you have the power to create a new reality. And I feel like for the others of you that I had told about spiritual being givers, and now it feels scary to give. I feel like you're very intuitive. The previous experiences were a result of inexperienced, immature people around you. So I feel like you're moving towards a new community, a new reality, new people who are more on your level after you've dealt with this. You will be experiencing a community that celebrates you and that accepts you wholeheartedly. So I feel like instead of feeling like it was you who was the problem, you need to understand that it was them who were the problem. So if this is talking again about social media, if the community or the experiences that you've had on social media were of trolling, negative experiences, I feel like that happened all because the you were not aligned with the right community. Once you create that kind of community for yourself, you will be well received. So that was your message. I am sending you all my love, and we have come to the end of your reading. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.